Hi! In this video, I'll give you a quick introduction to how you can register your mileage with MileageBook. So you start by downloading the app in Google Play or App Store. Once you have the app downloaded, all you need to do is log in with the credentials that you've received in the welcome email from MileageBook. You may also have it from your manager. If that is the case, then simply use that login instead. So the next thing you want to do is you'll simply want to log into the MileageBook app. And once that's done the first time, it will try to synchronize your account the first time, receive all your data, and make sure that your app is set up with all the correct data from the server, basically. Yep. And once you get in, you'll be able to see a map. You'll be able to see where you are. You'll probably also be prompted to give the app permission to know where your location is at all times. And also be aware that if you are on Android and you have battery saver mode, that also may be something that you need to be aware of that may influence the GPS locator tracker. But back to your app, you'll be able to register all your mileage and simply do that in three separate ways. One is you can register your trips manually. You can do that by creating a new trip in the top left corner where you see Create New. If you do that, you can enter a trip manually and then simply register all the details if you want by knowing the address. This is useful in case you've forgotten to use the app when you needed to register the trip automatically. So in this case, for instance, if you forgot a trip from last week or so, you can register it manually this way. I just want to cancel this for now and then go back to my map. Here I can also press OK with Start instead. If I do that, I will simply register a trip based on the phone's location where I'm at right now. So if I press Start, you'll see that it'll register my address in the bottom, and you'll see that it's now locating and tracking where I'm at this current time. And it will continue to track me until I press Stop. If I go and take a trip and ride somewhere with my car, and then once I arrive at my destination, all I need to do is open the app and press Stop again. Once I do that, it will calculate my distance from A to B, and it will fill in the locations that it's been able to track me from, and then fill in all the details that's required for my trip. And here I can see that this is the trip summary that's already been pre-filled by the app. But there may be details that only I'm aware of, and therefore I'm presented with this summary of the trip that I just need to adjust and fill in the blanks for. In this case, I can also create a return trip right away. So if, let's say, for instance, I know that I need to take the same route later on the day, I can simply just X this or select this box, and then it will copy my trip and then just flip the addresses back and forth. In this case, I haven't moved in my spot, so the address is the same. So anyways, but I can also change the distance if that's required. I can say that I've had a lot of kilometers in the trip, and I can also change the trip type, and I can also change the purpose of my trip. The purpose and trip types will be available to you from your organization or from your company, and they will be predefined to you from that on. So it may be individual for you to which trip types and purposes that you have available. You can also add a note if you want to add some specific details to the trip specific that you had. And you can also specify if there's any other details that you need to add to your trip. So once that's done, you simply press done, and then you press save, and then you have the details required. Now for my registration here, it complained a bit. It wanted me to register further details because I've set up some extra details in the bottom that I want to add. They may not be there for you, but if you have some extra details, they will be available in the bottom here, like country and department that I have. So, and then I should be able to press save this time. There you go. And now my trip is registered in my mileage book. I can find it if I click on the mileage book. You can see that this is my mileage book, and I'll be able to find all the trips that I've had so far. I can scroll through all the trips that I've had, and I'm also able to edit it if there's anything that I want to make sure that is correct. All of these are drafts. So as a default, you will be able to see all the draft trips that you have. So if you want to make sure that you see all your mileage book logs, like the one we just created, what we want to do is click on the filter icon in the top right corner, and then we can set that we want to see all different statuses on all types of trips. And we can also say that we only want to see for this month or something like the last 30 days if we wanted to do that. In this case, we just want to see unlimited and then press OK. Now, once we do that, we'll be able to see all the trips that we've registered, and we're able to edit it and make sure that everything is in order as we're supposed to. We're also able to see, the address and all the details regarding the trip. So that's pretty much it. Once you're done, you can also swipe to the side to delete. And you're also able to submit it for approval. What you simply want to do is click on the paper plane that you have in the top right corner. Once you click on that, it will say, do you want to submit for approval for all trips up until Friday the 13th? And then you can see the accumulated is 7 trips and the total distance and the period for it. Simply press submit for approval, press OK, and then you should be good to go. Once you've registered all your trips for approval, you'll receive a confirmation that it's been submitted for approval. You'll be able to see that it's processing and that it's able to run through and make sure to accumulate all your trips into one singular report for all your mileage. So it's basically bundled together into one report. And once you've collected into one report, your approver will be able to see that combined report and be able to approve it or reject it. Now, let's take a look at what it looks like for your reports. So if you click on reports in the bottom of your menu in your app, you'll be able to see all the various trips that you've submitted for approval, and you'll be able to see how many mileage and how much mileage it is, and what's the status of these reports as well. If you're not able to see the most recent trip or trip reports that you've already made, simply swipe down like I just did, and then it will refresh and you will see the latest reports available to you in the top. Here you can see that in the last I have 7 trips available, and you can see it's waiting for approval, and you can see the total distance and period as well for that. I'm also able to click on the report and also be able to go in and see all the details accumulated for this report. However, I'm not able to edit it. I'm not able to change anything because I've already submitted it for approval. But I can also download a PDF and I can see all the accumulated, compensation that I should be, benefited with. So that's pretty much it for how to create your mileage and how to generate reports for your approver. And that's pretty much how you create your trips. You can also quickly add. You can also create trips from the Plus logo from inside your mileage book. So here where you have all the overview of all your trips, you can also press on the blue button for creating a trip directly from there as well. And here you can simply just choose if you wanted the phone, GPS, or enter it manually. So if you have a tracker registered to you and that's installed in your car, you will be able to see that you have a tab for all your unregistered and your uncompleted trips, and you'll be able to swipe them and process them if you need to. So yeah, that's pretty much how you process everything with the Mileage Book Mileage app. If there's anything that you need to be aware of, or if there's anything I'll give you as the last few tips and pointers, is to go to your profile, and here, if there's anything you're in doubt of, you can always press synchronize, and then you'll force it to synchronize with everything that you've created on your web browser versus with everything that you have in your app. It'll only take a few seconds and then it'll be done. So that's pretty much it. I hope this guide gave you a quick introduction and gave you some clarity on how to register your trips. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Have a nice day.